Hey, welcome back. Today is April 17th, Saturday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets very quickly, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into AVAX, Avalanche token, AVAXUSD, and see what is going on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 US. And I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what's going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me what the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we have Bitcoin dominance down about almost 0.3%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action down about 1.5%. Total altcoin market cap down about 1% right now. This would still be what I call it to be the downside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards, as I would usually see Bitcoin pullbacks not affecting total altcoin market cap as much. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, the downside of that, I will usually see Bitcoin pullbacks affecting total altcoin market cap more. So for example, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, Bitcoin pulls back by 1%, I could usually expect to see total altcoin market cap to be pulling back by more than 1%. On the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin dominance is still we're still in a falling wedge pattern until I see that we get a decisive weekly candle close well below this bottom trend line to the point where I cannot adjust it anymore to fit a falling wedge pattern. The price action I'm looking for is about 51% here. That would be a decisive weekly candle close for this weekly candle close, okay? To tell me that this price action has broken below this falling wedge pattern, this generally bullish pattern. If Bitcoin dominance continues downwards, that's more ideal for the altcoins. Bitcoin here. Most specifically, I'm going to point out the weekly time frame here because that is the highest time frame where I do see bearish price action playing out right now. Okay, we've had two sets of higher highs here. However, two sets of lower highs here. That's bearish divergence. And each time we did get at least 1 week's worth of pulling back here. So 1 week here, 2 weeks there. Okay, bearish divergence more often than not can still signal a pullback. The safer signal I'm looking for here to tell me bearish divergence is done playing out would be seeing a higher high on the price action chart along with a higher high on the RSI, and the last high RSI reading to beat here I'm looking at would be about 75. There are some bearish signals on the daily, 3-day, and the monthly time frame as well. I'm not going to go over it here, but do take a look into my first post today into more details. Let's take a look into AVAX, Avalanche token. See what's going on in here. Okay. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios on these, what I consider to be macro time frames. Monthly time frame here, we don't have a reading, so let's move down. Daily time frame here, we're currently just right under 70, so not yet in overbought territory. Okay, we have retreated. But if the price action wants to make a higher high here, it does need to beat this very last high RSI reading here of about 94 to negate bearish divergence. 3-day time frame, very similar thing can be said here about what I said on the weekly time frame. the RSI reading we're at right now for this time frame would be about 60. And that there is there bearish divergence right now? No, the difference is very small on the price action chart, so technically not bearish divergence. Daily time frame, we're currently at about 58. Okay. And if the price action wants to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last high RSI reading here of almost 97 to negate bearish divergence coming from this little top. Let's take a look into what could be dealing with here. Let's go to the weekly time frame where I can see more consolidated price action, where I do see a symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, symmetrical triangle patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 60% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, I am going to exclude these outliers. One outlier here that's above the pattern and one small outlier here that's below the pattern. So I will get a measure target, a conservative measure target of about $61, about $61 measure target. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Let's go on the lower of the macro time frames here. Okay. Key resistance that's above the pattern here will be $45 coming from this group of past trading resistance here. Next up, I could expect resistance coming from about $52, even all the way up to about $63. Okay. Right above $63 here. So 52, above 52 to above, slightly above $63, I can expect a resistance coming from this range here. Okay, that's beyond $45 here. So I do see quite a bit of resistance even after the price action has broken above the pattern. Those could be points of rejection. Below the pattern, key support here would be about $27 fib level area. Next up, about the $23 fib level area. And then next up, the weekly 21 MA that's coming up. The daily and the 3-day moving averages are mostly inside the pattern here. Okay, most of them. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of the symmetrical triangle pattern and go towards its measured target, mining some of those resistance levels I have just pointed out, as those could be points of rejection. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks below this bottom trend line here. Let's see, that will take into consideration, that should take into consideration for the most part here that it would break this fib level area at about $32 fib level area. Okay, for the most part, that should take into consideration of breaking this fib level area here about $32. If that does not hold, the next level of key support I'll be looking at would be about the $27 fib level area. If that does not hold, then the next level of key support will be about the $23 fib level area. Fib level area, and the weekly 21 MA, and seeing if that holds. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.